In this video I'm going to talk about Kershaw's Cryo knife. It's the smaller of the two that are being built. It's the 1555 Ti. I think the Ti stands for a titanium coating that they use on the stainless steel of the knife. On this knife both the handles and the blade are stainless steel. I'm not sure that exactly what the handles are. Probably a little bit lesser steel. But the blade I believe is 8CR. It's a Chinese steel that's similar to 440C. Comes decently sharp. This isn't the first time I've taken it out of the box, but anyways. Yeah, you can see it has frame lock construction, nice cutout, pretty good lockup, right in the middle. Can't complain about that, and steel's a bit harder wearing as far as the lock bar goes than titanium, so I don't imagine that's going to move anytime soon. You can see it has a deep carry pocket clip, which I'm honestly not a fan of deep carry pocket clips. I like to have a bit of the knife sticking out, makes it easier to grab and pull out of my pocket. Some people, probably a little bit more important to them that the knife isn't visible. Where I live there are no length laws. I work on a military installation, so no one really cares about your pocket knife, you know. Like, what are you going to do with a pocket knife when there are hundreds or thousands of Marines walking around with M16s? Like, they're not really, no one's concerned about a pocket knife, you know. So I don't have any problems carrying a pocket knife that sticks further out of my pocket. Do a little bit of size comparison with a slightly enlarged CQC 13. So this is more the size that I actually see. Has the Hinderer lock bar stabilizer. Keeps you from overextending the lock bar. Still, you know, it's a pretty thick lock bar as far as that goes. What a lot of people don't take a look at is how much material do they leave on the cutout. So a lot of knives will have super thick lock bars, super thin cutouts, kind of negates the point. The Benchmade 755 MPR was a knife where I kind of felt that they did that. It opens with Kershaw's speed safe mechanism via the flipper. You can do it with the thumb studs, but I don't actually like to open assisted knives with thumb studs because I feel like the blade moves much more quickly than my thumb. So I'll start to open it with my thumb, the blade will get away from me, and then suddenly I'm pushing on the edge instead of pushing on the thumb stud. It is of course a Hinderer design, if I didn't already mention that, and Hinderer is very well known for its ergonomics. It's definitely a bit shorter than what I would like to carry. I like for the... That's a little bit impressive. See if I end up using this video or not. I guess you'll know if I do. Yeah, anyways, I like for the knife handle to extend past my hand. Hence the reason why I had this CQC 13. I had the handle actually extended so it loops around the back of my hand here. It might be something I like a little bit more with the larger Cryo when that comes out. I'll probably get that and let you know. The great thing about these knives, they're very inexpensive. Of course that comes at the price that they're made in China. Let's see, they're made out of 8CR 13 MOV steel, which from what I understand is fairly comparable to 440C as far as steels that most people are kind of familiar with. You can see that they have standoffs, and this particular standoff, rather than having a screw that goes through it, or two screws that thread into it rather, it has kind of a straight pass-through construction. so it's not doing anything really to help hold the handle closed, but it doesn't really need to. But it'll help with routing a lanyard through this, rather than having visible paracord kind of exposed in the lanyard hole. It actually kind of has a tube that goes all the way through for it, so that's kind of nifty. And all for like $30–35 shipped. I don't think you can go wrong with this knife. It's really nice. Really like the shape of the blade. It's very utilitarian. Not super wicked or scary or anything along those lines. But definitely sexy. Definitely has a sexy blade shape. Yeah, so if you're looking for a smaller EDC knife, not looking to break the bank, or you're looking for a bunch of knives to give away as gifts, but you still want them to be nice and well made, I don't think you can go wrong with this made in China Hinderer design. You could call it a poor man's. I guess if the 560 is the poor man's XM18 or XM24, depending on how you want to look at that, then this would be the poor man's 560. Alright, thanks for watching.